Hey there everyone, welcome back to another episode of No Man's Sky. As always, I'm Captain Beefy. This is the Game Vault. We're going to talk about space stations today. I'm going to show you the different types you'll come across in your journey throughout the various galaxies and show you what you can do on them. So, let's cue up the music and we'll get right to it. First off, this is what a standard space station looks like, and when we talk about every space station, I'll talk about left-hand side and right-hand side. Left hand is here, right hand is there. That may seem obvious, but I just wanted to refer to it as we're looking into the space station from outside. That way there's no confusion. So we're going to start off in a regular space station. We're going to go to the right side. We're going to try to keep this as quick as possible for you. I may gloss over some things, but part of the fun is exploring and learning on your own. Now, each space station, for the most part, is controlled by a certain faction or a certain race of creatures. This one is a Viking system, as you can tell by the multitude of Viking that are hanging out around here. But you'll also find other alien forms here, like this Corvette guy. You can talk to the various guys. Most of them will give you the opportunity to learn a word. And if you're early in the game and you're looking to learn the various languages, you can communicate better. I recommend talking to them and learning the various words. You'll have a galactic terminal here. This is where you can buy and sell various goods and resources. One caveat, though, is that this will impact, and I'll show you real quick here. You see the price there, minus 6.7%, minus 27.9. So you're going to see these numbers on both buy and sell. It's going to show the demand for these items. So you can adjust that demand by buying or selling in a space station at the galactic terminal. And if, like I said, if it's a space station that you frequent, well, you can drive down the value of something or drive it up by either buying or selling too much of it. So you want to be careful doing that in a space station where you have, like a system where you have a base or something that you might be frequenting it, because you may make something more expensive or less valuable to you. A better option for buying and selling on a space station is to do it from the pilots of the ships that will land in that big landing bay. This guy here, he's going to give you various missions that you can do. He's in every space station. You can see it's a great way to gain stuff like walker brains and teleport coordinates, which are worth money, quantum accelerators, nip. There's all kinds of stuff you can get from them. Some will give you units, some will give you nanites. All of them will give you reputation either with a race of creature, like this guy is Viking, or with the various guilds, like the Mercenaries Guild, the Merchants Guild, etc. Next up on the list, we got this fella here. He is an envoy, and he works with a guild. If you have a high enough stature with a guild, he will give you a one-time bonus, which usually consists of nanites or money. Sometimes it's items that are worth something. So I highly recommend visiting these guys, especially as you start to gain reputations with the various factions. And then we've got the cartographer right here. With this guy, you can buy different maps here. Let's show you. Planetary charts, I should call them. And they look at different stuff. Like this is one for settlements. This is one for alien artifact sites, inhabited outposts, distress signals, a place to find new products. Those are, I forget what they're called, but there's something, yeah, you can look in those and you can get blueprints. And then you got the exosuit upgrade chart, which takes you to drop pods. So that's where you exchange those things. And then of course you've got your station terminus. This will allow you to teleport to your various bases as well as other space stations that you visited. There is a limit to it, though. If you're in a regular station like this, you cannot teleport to a pirate system, and the same holds true vice versa. Now there's a back room here. This feels like it's not being used yet by the game, other than as a placeholder. Maybe they're going to add something to it later on. But sometimes you can find stuff like this gave me nanites earlier, this gave me a little bit of money, this gave me some carbon, various stuff like that. Now we'll move over to the left-hand side of the station, and I'll show you what they've got to offer over there. Definitely another interesting place. You should visit these pretty much every time you come to a space station, especially early game. If you're looking for certain things, you should talk to almost every vendor. Now, starting off over here, and we'll go around the room, we've got our Starship outfitting terminal. This is where you can add storage units to either your tech slots or your cargo slots. By upgrading the Starship, you can scrap a ship that you don't want, and that would get you parts back that you can sell, as well as modules that you can sell for nanites. And you can also upgrade your Starship's class from C to B, B to A, and A to S using an exorbitant amount of nanites. So if you're nanite poor, not the way to go. Next up, we got our appearance modifier. This allows you to go through all the various options you have for your character: boots, backpacks, capes, all that fun stuff. Lets you change the colors and all that, just like the one on the Anomaly. Next up, this is the guy for technology for your exosuit. This thing here is like a drop pod. You can go ahead and, but instead of a drop pod where you got to spend, carbon nanites, and I think it's sodium nitrate, I believe, or whatever, to get a new slot, this one you can just spend units to do so. The more slots you have in your suit, the more units it will cost you, but it does eventually cap out. And this guy will sell you modules from C class all the way up to S class, or potentially there, for your exosuit. They're completely random, but they will be the same, just like they are for all the other guys, in every time you visit this system. So if you find something that you've been looking for, like let's say you're looking one for movement, you can go ahead and visit the system multiple times and purchase it over and over again. Or you can just go to your ship, jump in, jump out, reload the save, and come right back up to them and buy another one. It works that way. It's kind of a cheeser to do it. This guy does the same thing, but for your exocraft. This guy here is for your Starship. And then right here, this guy's for your multi-tool. He will also offer you a multi-tool to purchase. You can go ahead and check that out. We got an A-class rifle right now, which is kind of nice. And this works like the ship upgrade thing that we looked at, where you can upgrade your multi-tool from class to class and add expansion slots to it, using either expansion slots that you find laying around or by purchasing them. And as you can see, upgrading it is expensive. The last guy we're going to talk to out here, or potentially talk to, hello, is right over here. This is our salvaged scrap dealer guy. This is the guy you can spend a lot of money with to buy coordinates to find a derelict freighter. See the emergency signal scanner for 5 million. If we wanted to buy another, it goes up to 10 million. I believe it caps off at 30 million, so you could buy a bunch of them. You can also buy old scrap from him, like repair kits and so forth and so on, suspicious packets, goods, tech, and arms. It's kind of random what you get out of that. And there's some cosmetic stuff that you can also buy from him. And then if you have tainted metal on you, you can buy some cool X-Class upgrades from him, which is sweet. In the back room over here, we've got a little bit more going on than we have across the way. This one, we have a traveler in here. We could talk to him and get coordinates to a grave site, which will give you a glyph if you don't have all your glyphs, as well as, I think it's a fragmented memory, which turns into a piece of technology. I don't remember if it's for your ship, your exosuit, or whatever, but it's for something in there. So definitely worth checking these guys out. You talk to him twice. The second time you offer him, I think it's 150 nanites, and if you do that, he'll send you on your way to a grave site. You can see the marker right there, unknown grave. I already did it with this guy. The bartender here, he will give you a question that you can answer. We've already spoken to him, so all we can do now is request dialect help. But if you answer his question in a satisfactory manner, he will give you, I think it's a technology module or something along those lines. Here we've got another galactic trade terminal. It offers you a slightly different variation of what the other one offered you, and usually a lesser quality or quantity. This little Gek here that's visiting, he wants to work for our base. So if you're looking for guys to work on your base in one of the terminals for construction, science, and all that, sometimes you can find them here. Then you got a back room that you need a Atlas Pass to get into. It's an Atlas Pass version 3, which is the highest one. And you'll see various boxes for health in here. the little red boxes that will get you different stuff like carbon, condensed carbon in this case. Sometimes you get a green box, yellow box. These vary from location to location as far as what you'll locate in them. It's just completely random. Again, it's a procedurally generated game, so you never quite know what you're going to get. And when you're out here running around, you can find stuff like, do we have one here? We should have one here. Yeah. Sometimes you can find navigation data in one of these things. There's some yellow ones, some blue ones. Sometimes it's a handful of nanites. A lot of variety there. Now, ships will come and go in here. There's none happening right now. But the ships that land in here, you can trade with the pilots. You can offer to buy the ship or trade your ship to them. And you can also recruit them to your squadron if you have the if you have room in your squadron for them. If you see a ship that you like that's landing in here, but it's not a class you like, you can hang out and wait around, and that ship will come back in. And sometimes it will be a different class, like this is an A class. If I wanted to ship in an S class, a couple things I could do. I could purchase the A class and then go upgrade it for, I think, 50,000 nanites or whatever. Or I can wait around until it shows up as an S class. That chance is always there. I've seen 3 of the same ship land here sometimes with different classes. So even though it's procedurally generated, the ship is not locked to a specific class. And if you've got a, let's see here. Yeah, this is our station core. So we can restore standing with a forged passport or override it with a station override. Restoring standing is something that you'll do if you've lost standing with a certain race of creatures. You can restore it to neutral by using a forged passport. And one of those can be located usually in the next type of space station we're going to find. So let's go ahead and move on to a new system. Alright, this is the second type of space station we're going to find. It's a outlaw station. You'll find it in a pirate system. When you come across one of these, instead of the normal blue glow you get from entering a space station during its landing area, you get that red glow. And eventually, see? So inside you'll notice some major changes, right? Instead of the cool blue, this is a fiery red in here. Looks dangerous in a way. The station core is out of whack in the back. You've got some weird big sentinel walkers that look like they're broken down over here, and a busted up ship that has been converted into a store over on the right hand side that seems to always be a hauler type ship. You got guys walking around. Again, you can talk to them to gain language, skill points and all that. But most of the stuff in here is functionally the same. There are some minor differences, and I'll show you. We'll start right here on the right again, and we'll move over to the left. This, of course, is like the drop pod, or the spot where you buy your modules on the main station. On a regular space station, you can go ahead and do that here. Instead of a galactic trade terminal, you have a contraband agent, which is kind of cool. This guy sells a lot of things that are marked as illegal black market goods. It's wise if you're looking for money to buy these and then go to a regular system to sell them, because you can make quite a bit of money off of that, quite a large profit. You might buy them for 34,000 a pop here, but you're going to sell them for significantly more at a regular space station. He's got suspicious packets, tritium, dihydrogen, and then a lot of stuff you don't find that you can purchase elsewhere, like hypnotic eyes, larval cores, etc. Repair kits are always available, Starship batteries, and then of course there's always a little variety of some basic resources. So he's cool. You can also sell to him. So he takes the place of the galactic trade terminal. And as you can see, ships land here as well, just like they do at the regular base. Next up, this is and it's set up pretty much the same way. This guy is our mission guy, but he's called a bounty master here. And you don't need to have a certain level of affinity with these guys. And they give you different types of missions to do. And usually what you get from these varies from what you get in the space station. Very often you're going to find augmentation for your ship, your suit, your multi-tool, etc., larval core, salvage data. So, And as you can see, each of these, instead of gaining reputation with somebody, you're getting nanites or units as well as some kind of item. So highly recommend visiting him if you're looking for some harder to find items. Next up, this guy is your all-around aftermarket module dealer. Sometimes he'll have more than one module in stock, and he stocks modules for pretty much everything. You can see he's got ship modules, he's got modules for your multi-tool, and he's got modules for your spacesuit here. X modules are cool. They can be better than S modules, and they can be just as bad as C modules. So you are really taking a crapshoot when you buy them, but their cost reflects that. You know, they are definitely more expensive than a C-class module, but they're less expensive than an S-class module. But again, it's completely random what you can get. They do maintain their stock just like they do in a regular system, but you can do that thing where you flip in and out of your ship, reload a save, and buy multiples of the same one if you're looking for something in particular. And here we've got the Starship outfitting one, just like it works just the same way here, where you can scrap a ship or modify it. We'll go upstairs here on the right hand side. As you can see, you can't access the back area, but what you can access, which is kind of cool, is a neat little chair to sit on and watch ships come in and out if you're searching for a specific type of ship. Alright, over here on the left hand side, we don't have a lot going on. We can buy a multi-tool here, as you can see. But he doesn't have the upgrade station, so we can't upgrade multi-tools here. And you also have the scrap dealer here. Talk to him just like on a regular old space station. You could buy the coordinates from him, and as you can see, there's still 10 million. It doesn't matter if you go to a new station. You've got to wait 24 hours before it resets to 3 million, and then you can purchase old scrap. And then, of course, we have the appearance modifier. Works just like it does on the Anomaly in a regular space station. And we go up top, and again, there's no back room or anything like that. These are far smaller, more compact areas with less options, but some unique options that you won't find elsewhere. So visiting these space stations is, I definitely recommend doing it. So that's it for the Pirate Station. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so this is the third and final space station you're going to come across, and as you can see, it looks like there's some kind of weird error in the spelling of space station. Well, that is intentional because this is an abandoned space station. These you usually find in systems with either red, green, or blue stars. I don't think they're in yellow systems, although they may be. I haven't visited all 5 quintillion planets and systems to find out, but whatever the case may be, they're abandoned. Not a lot you can do here. As you can see, the bottom is like this harsh red. You won't find ships coming in and out of here. It's very, very bleak. But you can still check it out. And I'll check it out for you and show you what happens in these systems. Or these space stations, I should say. So again, we're going to start up on the right-hand side. There's nothing outside, no vendors or anything like that, but there is a back room. And again, this is always kind of random as far as what you're going to find in here. It's interesting. It looks like it's been taken over by some weird alien growth. But hey, we've got a galactic trade terminal. And my God, it works. And it looks like it has a fairly full set of stuff. So if you need to sell something or buy something, you can always come check these out. It does have a locked door here. And here we go. This is a nice room to gain a ton. Thought you could gain yeah, you can get a lot of carbon from here just by checking out these various plants. Well, not a lot, but there's some. Again, nothing big, nothing crazy. Are they worth stopping at? It depends on you. If you're an explorer and you want to check it out just to see for yourself what happens in these things, it's cool. Again, they're always different because they are procedurally generated. That's part of the fun. I always like to look around them because every now and then I wonder, did they sneak a stealth update in and give us something in one of these that makes them worth visiting? Who knows? But you also have a base terminus. You can travel from that. It doesn't have the restriction that it has, like from pirate to regular or regular to pirate. Pretty much allows you to go just about anywhere. And again, we got more plants here. Can we get this one? I thought we could. I don't know. The angle's not right, maybe. But yeah, oh look, we can get some nanites from this one. So again, depending on what type of player you are, how far along you are in the game, you may want to check these out for a minor amount of resources, like carbon and possibly nanites. You might find one of those little things that gives you, you know, the, what is it called? The one that lets you make a little bit of money. It's never a lot of units. It's always a little bit. But hey, depending on where you are in the game and how broke you are, might be worth checking out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the 3 types of space stations I know about right now. If I'm missing anything, let me know down in the comments below. I know we've recently, and by recently I mean in the last 6 months, have seen some crazy leaks about some procedurally generated space stations and how they look from the outside, and they're pretty cool looking. I'm hoping that's something that's going to be brought into the game. If it is, we'll go ahead and check out the differences there, and we'll make another video on space stations highlighting what changes have been made. Otherwise, you know, that's it, man. So space stations are always worth a visit. There's a lot you can do there, a lot of money to be made, nanites to be earned, stuff you can buy and sell, and cool stuff you can find, and of course the words that you gain from talking to the various creatures. So thanks for joining me today. If you found this helpful at all, a like is greatly appreciated. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell for notifications. I do No Man's Sky videos weekly. I'll be doing these little various guides highlighting different aspects of the game and stuff like that. So I will see you guys next week. Until then, peace.